will not go anywhere anytime soon. So let's go on the phone lines and speak to Francis Ahovi. He's Executive Secretary for the Global Security for Research and Good Governance. He has joined us on the phone lines. Good evening, sir. Grateful for your time on 505 tonight.
Good evening to you, Joshua, and good evening to all the listeners of Class FM.
Great. So, from where you sit, what is your observation of the back and forth we are seeing between the police and Parliament? And now the House itself seems divided over the issue where the majority and the minority are taking different stance on this particular development.
Yes, thank you, Joshua. When two elephants are fighting, what happens? It's the grass that suffers. And any law that is not measured with common sense is a recipe for chaos. What am I alluding to? The whole issue is about people of Medina Enclave or municipality who wanting development, not any too huge one, but the road that can help them commute from their various houses to their workplaces and any other places they feel convenient. And we know that better road leads to productivity. Because if you could fly on the very nice road, you can reach your workplace on time and then work. And at the end of it all, it brings about productivity. Not only that, it also saves time. It also protects human life. Because our bad roads normally degenerate into accidents and other things now and then. So it seems to me that as leaders of Africa, and not to exempt Ghana, we are very happy in reading tributes, in a grandiose style, when people involved in accidents, when they are dead, and all those are the things we want to see. But the people of Medina say we don't want those or to hear those kind of accidents before we talk. If you could remember, some few years ago, the Adenta, those bridges, foot bridges were there, not completed. People shouted here and there, complete them. If not, people's life will lose. And really people died through that. Finally, when the student from WAS died, before in that precipitous manner, we have gone to establish or complete those bridges that are there or even are more problem to Ghanaians. Now, let us come back to the substantive issue. If all people are thinking that they should try to develop their enclave and then they have called on their member of parliament or the member of parliament who is there to lead these people for better life, to lead these vulnerable people in the society so that they can also at least laugh. If they cannot eat, they cannot get a place to sleep, at least they can get a better road to walk on. But this is also trying to be taken away from them. What is the law? The law is there to guide us so that things that are good or bad, we could be having some standard in the society. The law is also there, not always good for society. I'm trying to explain this because now vis-a-vis what is happening in Medina, it's like the law is against the people of what? Medina and other consciences or other municipalities. And people should not take it that what is happening now is only in Medina, so we are going to sit aloof without talking about the essence of it.
But Francis, let's situate the conversation because the police is not after the MP because he demonstrated. Now, they have mentioned two clear things: distraction to public property as well as blocking of roads, which they say are illegalities, for which reason they have issues with this particular demonstration and not necessarily against the demonstration. Don't they have a worthy cause to pursue?
Yes, they have a worthy cause. But in this dispensation of this liberal or modern democracy that we are practicing, where we always talk about the element of good governance, we practice this one. We have the executive, we have the parliamentary and the judiciary. Now, all these people, they exercise oversight responsibility over each other. Now, if in that democracy we are talking about where there should be a consensus building, and then the Speaker of the Parliament, that is Right Honorable Sumana Zabi, ask you that, no, now we just resumed this 26th October, then we would like to undertake some agencies or that we have some work in the parliament that we're supposed to do now. So please, give us a little time, then we will release this message to you. But we could not, the police could not listen to this, and they have to follow this Honorable Sossou to a church on last Sunday. In that grandstand, when we usually question them, they have been giving contradictory statements. Some say they have not gone there to arrest the honorable member, but rather they have gathered some intelligence. But others also see that they have access to come and arrest him. So if in the midst of all these contradictions, it seems to me as if we are trying to follow this honorable man who said that I don't want to be that leader in quotes. In our dispensation, we don't really understand leadership. Leadership is need to come and save people. It's not to be at the top of the story building and be using your finger and be pointing at people that go and pick that and that. But Sossou, Honorable Sossou, has come down from the story building and want to be the people. It's something that he even started long ago. Some of us have been following him, how he go about trying to make life meaningful for even the poor who cannot see the way to court. He has been helping people this way, and all those help also brought aid Buruhaha onto him. That's what we are talking about now. But I just want to say, since the honorable member of our parliament, the speaker said that, oh, wait for us at this moment, I think it's a good cause that they should at least wait and not to go beyond that and now confuse everything in this midst. We are not saying Sossou or you or me, we are above any rule in this nation. Even the president is not above the law. I getting it. So we have to actually go for what I always tell or we know as consensus building, understand each other, Jojo, and let us not do things as if we have that power. You like it or not, we want to demonstrate. If you demonstrate that power and you think that you are governing the people, let us forget about affluence in the society, and we are talking about these poor people, these vulnerable people. If you are doing that, and these people, what they are calling for, which is the issue, to come and let us have a better road. Now, nobody is discussing what the people went there to demonstrate for. So I think that in the face of the law, common sense should work. Common sense should work. Working means that, oh, it is true, these people are calling for something very good and which will really make your country or your governance a good one. But it seems that we are trying to put that one behind and go and fight that I know the law, you don't know the law, we know the law, and at the end of it all, how many of us are going to eat the law?
But Francis, as it stands now, many have raised concern over how we can get the legislature, that is Parliament, and get other agencies, that synergy of work between the legislature and other agencies with what we are seeing with regards to the police service and their moves on lawyer Xavier Sossou. How can we foster that relationship in the wake of this challenge that we find ourselves in?
Yes, so I think all of us should come back to that table. The table is already set. The only thing is that the seats are also around the table. We have to all as a people, if we really understand what is democracy, if we really understand what is the law is not there to actually make people suffer, but the law is what? The law is important for social progress. So if we see that in this our battle of the law, it is not bringing us any food, any development, why don't we come back to the table, negotiate, look at the law, which one can we even try to take out so that at the end of it all, we are not here in the competition of the law, but we are here in the competition of good governance, governance that will bring better and bread to the people, governance that will bring human rights. You can also have that right to go about your things easily, and that law that will make it in such a way that people will have total security in their country. It is not the law that will rather try to intimidate, to make people be afraid if they are in their bedroom or if they are going about their duty that, am I going to be involved in accident because our roads are being tombs, our roads are being that cemeteries that if you don't take time, you bury yourself in. We don't want to see that. So what I just want to say is that our leaders, it is not a terrain where we have to see to show that where the power lies, but rather to show where the intelligence and the willing to make people be free in their country, to develop in their country, so that we can move in that flamboyant manner and we say Ghana actually has developed and understood what we call democracy, and people will come here to learn, but not what we are seeing currently.
Very well, Francis, we are grateful for the insight this evening. That's Francis Ahovi, he's Executive Secretary for the Global Security for Research and Good Governance. Now, the minority leadership has released a statement countering the earlier